Cyberpunk 2077. The recent release of the Edgerunners anime has given me a really good excuse to come back to Cyberpunk 2077 for another relaxing, wandering video. And I've only actually just started watching the anime, but it's amazing so far. And I can tell that it really faithfully adapts and captures the essence of Night City from the game. And in much the same way that Night City in the game is seedy and profane and violent, the anime is as well. And on that note, I just want to put a little warning up front, which is that this wandering video is going to contain some mature imagery and scenes and stuff like that. Not violent so much, but just some fairly seedy kind of stuff. That's because that's just the kind of environment that this game is. Many of the ads and things like that are, more adult. So I just want to put that out there. If you are upset or offended or bothered by that kind of stuff, maybe this isn't the video for you. It's obviously not the focus of the video. It's just ambient aspects of the environment. But I just wanted to throw that out there just to make sure that everybody is comfortable with what they're about to watch. But as much as there are those aspects of the environment and the game, there are also all kinds of other gorgeous, beautiful things to see, incredible soundscapes to immerse yourself in Night City. CD Projekt Red, of course, has done an incredible job of rendering that city and bringing it to life. And since its release, it's come quite a long way, I think, in terms of like just the general stability and the cohesiveness of what they're presenting. There's a lot less bugginess and that kind of stuff. So, and since I did my previous Cyberpunk wandering videos, I've upgraded my GPU. So this video is going to be in 4K with all of the graphics turned all the way up, like psycho level ray tracing and all that stuff for maximum eye candy. It's going to be really, really beautiful. Speaking of really, really beautiful, this video's sponsor, Into the AM, makes some really, really beautiful t-shirts like this one that I'm wearing right here. I picked this one because it's got just the right vibes for a Cyberpunk video. This is the Fractal Flamingo shirt, and I was actually talking about this on stream the other night because some people were pointing out that it looked really, really cool. What I didn't say was that this shirt is also glow in the dark, so it really works with the kind of nighttime cyberpunk wander vibes that we're going to experience in this video with all the neon lights in the dark back alleys and that kind of stuff. And hey, if you would like to pick up some elevated everyday apparel like these beautiful graphic tees from Into the AM, you should check out the link down below in the video description because it will save you 10% of your entire purchase at Into the AM. They have many gorgeous graphic tees, not just this kind of style, but all kinds of others as well. So make sure you go check out their incredible collection of exclusively licensed designs, as well as their other apparel like hoodies, like shorts, like sweats, like hats, all kinds of other stuff. All of it is really good looking, super duper comfy. Like these tees are like a little bit stretchy, really nicely fitted, like a very flattering fit and a very comfortable fit. Easy to care for. They're all pre-shrunk, so you don't have to worry about that. And they just look and feel fantastic. So once again, that link is down at the top of the video description. You can click on through and save 10% on your entire order at Into the AM, and at the same time you will be supporting this channel, which of course I really appreciate. So thank you if you do that, and a big thank you to those of you who have already done so. Many of you have done so. I very much appreciate that. And of course, a big thank you to Into the AM for sponsoring today's video. So with that said, it's time City in Cyberpunk 2077. I've been looking for a good excuse to come back to Night City for another wandering video for quite some time now, and the recent release of the Cyberpunk anime gave me the perfect reason to return. So, tonight we're going to take another chill wander through the twisting, winding streets of Night City. Today, I figured we would wander in the Kabuki district. This district is one of the poorest in Night City, and at nighttime it becomes a haven for all kinds of criminal activity. So there's all kinds of interesting things to see between the characters and the various shops that line the alleyways and the neon lights and everything. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to find here, but only one way to find out. Let's go for a wander. Some kind of little food stall here. Looks like they've got some kind of buns for sale. Those actually look really good. Wouldn't mind some kind of steam bun, or maybe it's like a pork bun. And then some kind of packaged goods here in a sort of vending machine. These fellows appear to be intently focused on a game. It looks like Go, maybe. Although I'm not quite sure. I mean, they're kind of focused on it. Like, they're looking at it, but they're not really playing it. There's a liquor store here with frosted windows. Liver punch booze. Perfect. That is an ideal name for a liquor store. I'm not sure what's happening here, but this lady looks like she's having a pretty rough night. I think this guy's trying to help her out. She's probably had too much to drink, or indulged too much in some kind of other substance. Some very interesting graffiti in the alley here. I can't read the characters, but maybe one of you can. I'd be very curious to know what it says. Another restaurant here, we can see things sizzling in a wok. Perhaps some kind of noodle dish. Look at the reflections in this puddle of the great metropolis across the way. The towers of Japantown glowing in the distance, stretching into the sky. A much more affluent district all kinds of brands and corporations advertised in bright neon lights on the sides of the buildings. There's a kiosk here that appears to be advertising various things. Speed loans. As low as 31.1%. Oh dear. I just love the views from here though. Just the feeling of the skyscrapers and the bright lights, the way they reflect in the waters. And then to the north, the industrial districts and the wastelands beyond, especially in the evening like this as the sun is going down. Just the beautiful gradient in the sky. And the hazy distance. Couple of kids playing here. Oh, that one just took a tumble. This kid has some crazy eye implants. Slightly terrifying for a child. The Kabuki sub-district was once quite prosperous, apparently, but when the Arasaka Corporation swept into Night City and bought up and outcompeted pretty much every other corp, Kabuki fell into poverty. But it has been somewhat reclaimed by all kinds of immigrants, mainly of Chinese descent apparently, who have made this sub-district their own. Dime a does here. Not sure what they sell, but definitely some drugs probably. Just judging based on the advertisements around here. What's this here? Are they selling food or something else? Hard to tell. Oh, hello, madam. Despite the sort of seedy nature of Kabuki, I really do like the atmosphere here. Just the almost claustrophobic alleyways, the incredible mishmash of cultural aesthetics. Oh, sir. Sir, I was walking here. Oh gosh. And just all kinds of people, and just the sights and sounds. It's just cacophony of all kinds of different cultural influences, and it's like almost an assault on the senses, but in a good way. It just feels like you're immersed in some kind of incredible kaleidoscope of culture and humanity. For instance, these three fellows here, they appear to be praying to some kind of shrine. Maybe they made a pilgrimage or something like that to be here. But they're having a moment for sure. I wonder what's so special about this shrine, about this spot, about this tree. Aside from the fact that there are not that many living plants in this part of Night City, or in Night City in general. This appears to be a gnarled old pine. sign of some kind. Maybe it has some significance. Certainly this site does have significance to these three gentlemen. We will leave them to their prayers. This looks like a burger joint over here. Doings €4 burger shop. Try me, says the burger. I don't think my food should be talking. I don't know. That burger desperately wants to be eaten, though. Free City Beauty. Some kind of beauty salon, perhaps. Ah, pierogi world. Oh. That sounds delicious. Like I said, such a mix of cultures here. Makes for a fascinating mosaic. This is quite beautiful. A dragon sculpture illuminated by flickering candlelight. For those wondering, this is running with everything turned up to the max. All the graphics options are cranked up, including the ray tracing effects, which are set to Psycho, which makes for some incredible lighting. All kinds of light and color bouncing around these spaces. This guy's having a bad night right here. Or a really good one, I'm not quite sure to be honest, but we'd probably best leave him to it. Did that person just appear out of midair? I think they might have. The game seems to be significantly more stable than it used to be, but still has some bugginess. No doubt about that. Let's head up to the road here. Looks like this area was maybe just under construction and abandoned or something. There's all kinds of scaffolding around. Cars just casually crashing into the boulevard or one another. Just love the way the light reflects off the texture of the street. The neon lights bloom and bounce off all the surfaces. Kabuki is no doubt a pretty seedy district, as some of the inhabitants and ads suggest. But the great holographic goldfish in the sky there is pretty remarkable. Tourist information kiosk. There's a lot to see and know in this city. It's a challenge to navigate. Having a map kiosk definitely makes sense. Some of the ads are funny, others are quite horrific. This is advertising Sandblast. Sandblast what? Sandblast something most precise thermal paste applicator. There you go. #1 Ripperdoc recommended brand. Look at that vessel up in the sky there. Just past the, there. That's quite something. Plastered with ads, of course. An ad for Lizzie's Bar. One of the most popular bars in Night City, certainly the most popular bar here in Kabuki. This area is, oh, pardon me, primarily occupied by the Tiger Claws, one of the gangs of Night City. Although rival gangs do have a presence in the district. More incredible reflections in the puddles. This is one of my favorite parts of Kabuki, is these gorgeous holographic cherry tree projectors with these beautiful, gently falling petals. It's an incredible way of adding some whimsy to what would otherwise be a fairly stark and dingy place, potentially. Let's go down this way. Set sail for flavor. I'm not quite sure what it's selling or advertising. This fellow is advertising real water. Some very expensive real water. The creativity that has gone into the various ads in this game is incredible, really. Turkish delights, eh? If you say so. This guy here just trying to make a living selling grilled meat kebabs. They actually look really good. Oh, it looks like this area might be occupied by some gang members right now. Oh, and that fellow had quite the getup. Perhaps we shouldn't go there if we're going to be spotted and perhaps assaulted by some gang members. So let's go back this way. I don't think that's clean. I wouldn't recommend that. Wow, this guy's just vibing. Oh, we've got someone else over here who's had a little too much to drink. Or maybe a lot too much to drink. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, a lot too much to drink, I think. Let's go back this way. And let's head back out to the main road here. The sense of scale this city is incredible. The feeling of layers. The fact that you can always look up and see more infrastructure above. These roads that crisscross overhead. It gives a real sense of the social stratification in this city. It's reflected in the physical stratification and layering of this city. Look here at the beautiful reflections in the water. All the lights at night reflected in the ripples. There are, of course, hotels and accommodations of various kinds here as well. I think if we go over here, we might actually be able to hear some of the water gently lapping here. And the horns gently honking. But not at us. Matterhorn Swiss, what do you think they sell? Looks like some kind of stock ticker readout, maybe. Hard to say. Over here we have Hooch Heaven and another Duan's €4 burger shop location. This All Foods ad is terrifying. Hooch Heaven actually looks way cozier than it has any right to. With these hanging lights in the window. That looks like a nice place to grab a drink, honestly. Just the incredible diversity of locations and citizens and advertisements and everything just gives so much character to Night City, and different districts feel so different from one another. For example, Kabuki here feels quite distinct from other parts of Watson, and Japantown across the way feels very different yet again. Lots of burrito vending machines in this city. No matter where you turn, you're basically bombarded with ads. Everywhere, on every surface. I think there might be some more gang members over there who might take issue with us, so we'd best steer clear. Our relaxing wanders being impinged upon. on by criminals. That's alright though, there's plenty to see in other places. What is this? The candy vandals. What are they selling here? Look at the way the reflections in the glass storefront here are physically accurate and reflect what's behind us. And also the texture of the glass itself. That is incredible. Absolutely beautiful. Spunky monkey. Explosion of taste. The Sojasil Makista dog. I don't even know what that's advertising. Looks like there's some kind of noodle joint over here. And then when you get far enough down into the depths of the city, you do start to see the infrastructure that underpins all of this mess built up on top of these massive culverts and huge spinning turbines. All kinds of fascinating machinery. In true cyberpunk fashion, of course. Wild Blue. Find your frontier. Oh, hotel and spa. I was trying to figure out what they were even advertising. Oh, here's some more of this graffiti that we saw earlier. Not sure if it's identical or just very similar, but well, I am well and truly lost now, friends. I'm not quite sure where we're going. Don't know where this stairwell is going to take us, but vending machines all over the city. Insta-food. Chromanticore. Energy drinks or booze, what do you think? Not sure. Well, we've made it out back onto the main road, it would seem. And actually to a fairly incredible view across the city. The crisscrossing roads over the slums of Kabuki that we've just wandered through. Backlit by massive towers stretching to the sky, saturated in neon lights and advertisements of every kind. And above it all, the moon, way up there in the sky, shines down on Night City. Well, my friends, I think I'm going to leave off here for today. That was quite a fascinating wander through the Kabuki sub-district here, seeing some of the undercity, some of the less savory aspects. of Night City, of which there are many, but it's a fascinating look nonetheless, and incredibly realized here in Cyberpunk 2077 with just incredible fidelity. It really does feel like a living, breathing place. Thank you all again for joining me here on this wander. I hope you found it enjoyable, and I hope you found it relaxing. And I look very forward to having you back here next time. Farewell for now, my friend.